So we'll delve a little closer into how I actually set up the Quad Cortex and the routing. So you'll see the top line that you can see here. I have my acoustic guitar coming in on input 1, and the very first thing I do is I split the signal. So the top line is just the clean acoustic guitar sound, and the first block I put on that is an acoustic IR impulse response that I've made for this guitar with the mics that I like to use in the studio. If you don't know what an IR is, it's something that just gives you both a little bit of the frequency correction for the pickup and also a little bit of the time domain stuff, so a little bit of how the guitar sounds over a very short period of time, and that to me really helps to fatten up the sound of the guitar and make it sound much more like a mic'd up guitar than the DI pickup sound, which I really like because I use a lot of in-ear monitors, so it's really nice to hear the guitar sounding as good as possible. I'll follow that up with an EQ block. That's just got a very small amount of EQ, so you can see there's just a few notches that I put on that are notching out some of the resonances and the harshness on the guitar, and then a little bit of a high-end boost just to bring out the bright and the sparkle on the guitar. The next block I've got there is the compressor, which I'll normally have out. I'll just use that if I am looking to do some finger picking or really want to bring the signal level up if I'm playing very quietly. And then after that, we blend back in with the octaver. So the octaver loop, looking at that second loop that goes down there. So the first thing I've got on there is a gain block. That lets me both switch on and off the octave signal to that path, and also lets me control the volume of it so that I can set that up to get the right amount of octave level. Next thing I've got in there is an EQ section. If we have a look at that, you'll see it's just a high-low cut section. So what I've done is I've applied a high cut so that it cuts out all the signal from above about between the B and C sharp. It starts to really cut the signal. So I only get the very lowest notes of the guitar below that low C and going down that gets put through the octaver, so the rest of the chord doesn't get octaved. The next block I have after that is just the octave itself, so that's just an octave giving me one octave down, just blending that pure octave, which then gets blended back in with the main signal chain. And then to finish the guitar chain, I have my reverb unit, just a nice reverb that just adds a little bit of extra body and warmth to the sound of my guitar. And finally I've got a looper